Hey everyone, it's Declan here from Central YMCA. I hope you're doing well and having a good Sunday. It is pretty windy out there and a bit cloudy, but otherwise it's been a lovely day. So today I thought I'm going to revisit a little bit of supple strength, a little bit of yoga. So kind of like blending. Supple strength is just about loosening the body up, and yoga is obviously about your breath and your flexibility. So yeah, I just thought it's quite nice for a Sunday afternoon just to do a little bit of this. I did do a previous video, which you can go back to. If you look in the playlist section of the YouTube channel and you click on playlists, it will take you to chair-based sessions, Zumba Gold, and some strength training sessions. So there's plenty to choose from. So do have a look at the first video if you missed out on it, and I will pop a link in the next newsletter that I send out. So let's get started. So essentially all you need is a chair, obviously, some loose fitting clothing, so just something comfortable that you can move in. Make sure you've got some water close by as well, just in case you need a water break. And I've popped a cushion here. You don't have to have a cushion, but if you need one just perhaps for comfort, you can. I'm going to recommend that you do this in bare feet, but if you prefer socks, that's entirely your decision. Just remember, please, if you have any injuries, any sort of hip, knee issues going on, and you're having any treatment at the moment, as with a physiotherapist, then rather wait until that treatment is finished before you embark on any type of exercise program, whether it be on YouTube or anywhere else, and just listen to your body. So we're going to start off just by sitting on the chair, really, so nice and easy. But what we want to do just for the first few minutes is focus on our breath. So when we do any type of sort of Pilates, yoga, there's a lot of breath patterns that get thrown at you. So today, I just want you to quieten your mind and breathe how you feel comfortable. So I'm going to breathe in and out through my nose. If that's uncomfortable for any reason, perhaps you've got hay fever or a blocked nose, feel free just to breathe in and out through the mouth. But what I want you to just connect with is the pace of your breath. So just sit comfortably, so you can actually lean back. Place your hands on your thighs. If that's uncomfortable, you can pop them to the side. Just kind of relax back now and just concentrate for a few minutes just on your breathing pattern. So clear your mind. So acknowledge any thoughts that come in now. Maybe you're starting to think, oh, I'm never going to get this right. My breathing isn't right. But just let them go. Try and drown out any sounds. So think about your environment. Try and be in a quiet room. Maybe close the curtains a little bit. Maybe make sure that there's no distractions around you. And just take a few seconds now. We're going to be in silence, so I'm going to stop talking. And we're just going to think about our breath. So relax the body completely. The knees can go where they will. Feet can be flat on the floor. And just focus on your breath. So as you do this, be conscious of how the chest rises as you inhale and how it relaxes as you exhale. Just do this a few more times. So remember, breathing in and out through the nose, or breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just in and out through the mouth, but a softness around your breath pattern. Try not to force it. You can keep your eyes closed. You can keep them open if it feels better for you. Just a few more seconds focusing on your breath. Acknowledging any thoughts that come into your mind, letting them go. And now, if your eyes were closed, softly open them. Keeping the breath pattern in your mind throughout the next session, we're going to go into a little bit of a gentle warm-up routine. So sitting nice and tall, all I would like you to do now is lift one heel up and then lower it down and then the other heel up. So we're just going to start to walk through the ankles here a little bit. So just heel up, lower. Your hands can be resting on your knees. Lift alternating heels up. Just start to work the ankle joint here and work the toe joints here, getting a feeling of movement in those areas. Your toe joints help with everyday balance. We don't always move them as much as we should, so it's a good opportunity just to get some movement there. Then we're going to lift one leg up and we're going to move the ankle around clockwise and anti-clockwise. So as you lift that leg up, you may feel some work in the hip and the quad, which is fine. Lower that down, lift the other foot up, and do some ankle circles, clockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever feels good for you today. As you do that, focus on your breath, still breathing, never holding your breath, and then release, place the feet down. Soften your shoulders, sitting nice and tall on the sit bones now. So you might want to shuffle forward a couple of inches away from the back of the chair. You're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, gently drop the arms down. 2 more times, please. Inhale. Exhale. And again, 1 more. Reach up. And release. Place the arms to the side of the body. We're going to flex to one side. And we're going to gently sit up. And we're going to flex to the other side. So how far you go is really your own range of movement. It's never a competition in any class like Supple strength or yoga. You allow the body just to move whatever it feels comfortable. But we're doing some lateral flexion for the spine. Inhale up. Exhale as you reach over. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Soften the shoulders here. Now we're going to do a couple of gentle shoulder rolls. So take them back, release. Lift up and release. Lift up and release. Just allowing any tension around the shoulders to go. Change direction, roll them forwards. So just loosening up the shoulder joints here, getting some mobility going there. And then release. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, gently draw them down. So as we go up, palms are facing down towards the floor. As we come down, palms turn up to the ceiling. So there's some movement through your wrist joints. So palms face up as you come down, palms face down as you go up. One more. What I'd like you to do now, take the arms, face them forward. Rotate one arm out to the side, look over that shoulder, come back in. Exhale as you go to the other side, look over that shoulder, inhale, come back in. Gentle exhale. So we're getting some mobility through the spine now. Just a very gentle spinal rotation, allowing the spine to move in a slightly different direction. Your hips remain square, facing forward. There's a gentle contraction around your stomach muscles now. You're starting to engage the abdominal muscles, keeping everything tight around the waistline. And then you're doing 1 more now, and you're releasing the arms down. Soften those shoulders again. Loosen up, shoulder roll. Do a couple of gentle circles now with the neck. So just gently drop the chin down and then lift up. So just allowing the neck to move a little bit here as well. And if it feels okay for you, you can do a full neck circle now. So you allow the chin to drop, and then you're looking gently up towards the ceiling, and then you change direction. So you go the opposite way now for your neck circles, just to get some movement around your neck joint. There's no rush. Still focusing on your breath. So you inhale and exhale as you lift up, and then you just release everything and you have a little break. Sometimes the neck movement can make you feel a bit dizzy. So just take a few seconds here now to regroup. Maybe have some water, as I'm going to now, just so that you've got a little bit of a chance to regroup. Come back to your breathing pattern. Come away from the back of the chair now, sit tall on the sit bones. Place your hands on the front of your thighs. We're going to do a forward roll now, so you take your feet slightly wider than your hips, still facing forward. Lengthen up, draw the abdominals in, inhale your arms up, and then exhale, gently hinge forward. When you can't see down anymore, you just gently start to come back up. Take the arms behind you. Inhale, exhale, and you round forward. Nice and easy. Allow the head to soften, the neck to soften. We're going to do that one more time. Hinge forward, and then gently lift up. And then you place your hands back on your knees and you catch your breath. Revisit your breath. And now we're going to do the opposite movement with the arms. So please have a look if you need to. We'll do this a few times. So we're going to lengthen up, tailbone, lengthens, draw the abdominals in. We're going to inhale your arms back, and then we're going to scoop up from the earth, reaching up, palms up to ceiling. Arms back, looking up towards the ceiling, and then gently hinging forward, scooping the arms up, opening up now through your chest. Gentle movements, reach up, arms open out like a lovely arm circle. Just one more time, scoop it up, and then gently release. And just to smile at yourself every now and again. Sometimes you get very serious in these classes and you lose that engagement, that fun with them. So relax your face, relax your jaw, let the tension go from your forehead, softness around the eyes, no frowning. So we've got some movement now. We've allowed the body to move forward. We've allowed it to lean back. Come back to your breath, just a few more seconds here. So now we're going to gently take your legs into a little bit of a circular movement here, just to get some movement around the hip. So you go clockwise, you go anti-clockwise. You can do sort of circles in the sand. Point the toes down. As you can see, I'm pointing my toes down, conscious that you don't bang your foot against the chair. Release, lift the other leg up a few inches. You can support the knee with your hand and just draw some circles on the floor, clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Just loosening up the knees here a little bit, letting your hips start to open out. Just gently do that a few times and then just release. From here, we're going to take your legs, take them nice and wide, lift up. So widen the knees as far as you feel comfortable, watching for any hip issues or anything like that. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale, exhale, and just gently roll forward again. And this time around, place your hands on the floor, and you just walk your hands to the right for me, just slowly, looking towards the right, over the right shoulder. And then walk your hands back to the center, and then walk your hands over to the left, look over the shoulder, and then gently walk your hands back to the center, and then just take one hand onto your thighs and walk your legs in. So we'll do that again. So again, we've got some rotation in the body there. So you walk your legs out a little bit, okay? Inhale, exhale, roll forward. Place your hands on the floor. Relax your neck. Walk your hands to the right. Gently look over that shoulder. Walk your hands back to the center. Walk them over to the left. Take one hand over that left leg. Look over. Feel a stretch through the side of the body. And then gently walk your hands back. Place your hands on the top of the knees. Come back up slowly and then walk your feet in. Take a few breaths here. Release. So we've got some movement through the hips. We've got some movement, forward flexion through the spine. What we're going to do now is we're going to lift one leg up and we're going to just draw the knee in towards our shoulder. So be mindful of this if you have a knee issue. So just gently start to pull that leg up. And this might be enough for you. Just do some ankle circles here. You're not forcing it in. We're just kind of opening up through the hip and through the glute. If you can go a little further, you can place it on the chair and you can just gently hug the knee in. Just give yourself a few seconds here just to feel that stretch through the hip. But again, any hip issues, please rather go for the gentler one where you just have the leg lifted, holding here, and then release. Let's do that on the other side. So we're going to lift up, support the knee, walk your hands down your shins, draw it in slowly, no forcing, move your ankle again, just get some movement through the ankle joints, point the toes, loosen everything up, a couple of deep breaths in and out, and then gently release the leg down. Place your feet back on the floor. Make sure you feel nice and grounded still, so the feet are in contact with the floor at all times. Make sure the knees are in line with the ankle, and we're going to repeat that movement again. So again, let's start with the right leg. So you lift up, walk your hands down your shin. Now this might be enough for you. Do your ankle circles here. If you feel you can, place the foot on the side of the chair and just lean back with this and just gently just release that. It just feels nice to do this sometimes, feeling that opening through the hip and the glute. And then gently release, take it off the chair if you put it on, walk your foot down and release. Repeat on the other side. So again, your option is just to stay here. This may be absolutely fine for you and you just do your ankle circles here. If you can, walk your feet further, shift over and then just place it on the side of the chair and hug it in towards the shoulder. No forcing, just be gentle with the movement and you breathe. So just opening up the hip and then gently release, place the foot back down on the floor. Take a few seconds here to catch your breath. Maybe again have some water. It's always good to have water breaks, even in any type of mindful movement. And then release. Okay. So now, just roll the shoulders forwards and back a little bit a few times. If you feel that you've got some tension here, let's just come back to those shoulder circles. This time around, place your fingers and just do single arm shoulder rolls here. So let's just do one arm at a time. Do it forwards a few times, and then you can do it back a few times. So whatever feels good for you to do. Then we'll swap to the other arm, so you just take it back. Just a few times here, and then just do it forward. Just a couple of deep breaths in and out. And release. Good. So you've just loosened up the shoulders there. Sometimes it's good to do that even in the middle of the session, just to kind of reconnect with those areas of the body that we carry tension in. So we've got the hips moving, we've got the shoulders, the rotation, the forward flexion, the chest opening. We're just going to do a gentle stretch to the side now. So we're going to inhale your arms up. And you can hold on to the side of the chair for this, or just place the arm down. That was just the chair banging, don't worry about it. Reach up, and then just flex over to the side here. So just feel a lovely opening through the side of the body. Try not to roll forward or roll back. Just reach over to the side, slowly come up, and take the other arm up. Flex over to the side, a couple of deep breaths in and out. No tension around the face. And then gently release. shoulder roll out. We're going to revisit a stretch we did in the previous video. Now this stretches out your hips. We're going to shuffle forward again in the chair. There's two options. Option one, we'll do the first option first. You extend one leg. Now with this leg, support the knee and just lift it up slowly. And then just place it over the thigh of the other leg. Now from here, you should start to feel a little bit of a stretch through the inner thigh. Place your hand on the knee. Now lift up from the tailbone so your chest is lifted. You're sitting nice and tall. And then just gently, without forcing, exhale and just push the knee down gently. Now you should feel a stretch to the side of the hip, maybe in your glutes, and you breathe. Hold it there. There's never any rush with these. We always want to be slow, mindful, using our breath to go further into the stretch as and when we feel we can. So we hold every stretch for about 30 seconds to a minute, whatever feels good for you. Now we're going to release that. We're going to support the knee and we're going to gently place that foot down. Bring the feet back in, extend the other leg out. And we're going to, again, just very slowly and mindfully, supporting the knee here. We're going to lift up, inhale, exhale, and gently lean over to the side. So no forcing, just be mindful with this. There's never a rush. You breathe into it, you take your time. Just hold on to that for me. A couple of deep breaths in and out. And then you gently release. Place the foot back down on the floor. Take a few seconds here to catch your breath. We will repeat that now, and I'll show you the slightly different version. This time round, rather than extending the leg, we keep the foot flat on the floor. Okay, the knees in line with the ankle, very important. We support the leg, we're going to lift up. So we go slow, we gently cross it over. Now we sit nice and tall. From here, again, place the forearm on the right leg. We lift up and then we just gently lean over to that right side. So it's a very, very subtle, gentle pushing down. And I can really feel a lovely stretch through the side of my hip. It's not painful. It's mildly uncomfortable, but not in a bad way. It just feels like something is moving, something is stretching there, and you just breathe into it. And again, wriggle your toes here. Do a couple of ankle circles. Move those areas of the body that we don't always move. So just a few times here. Gently leaning over, and then carefully come out of it, holding onto the side of the knee, supporting that foot. Gently slide the leg off, place the foot down. Catch your breath, come back to your breath. We're going to lift the other leg up. Again, we're going to support it as we cross it over the thigh of the opposite leg. Now, take a few seconds here. One side of the body often might feel a bit tighter than the other, which is quite normal. We're going to lift up from the tailbone, and then we're going to gently just lean over to the side. So again, no rushing, and the same thing on this side. Move your ankles, wriggle your toes a little bit, just do whatever feels good. You've got the time now. Make this time for yourself. It's always good to do this, especially if you do a lot of walking or cycling, just to get the ankle joint to move a little bit. Maybe you do some high intensity training sessions, just to get those areas loose. Leaning over again, and then we're going to slowly come out. We're going to lift. We're going to support that leg, and we're going to gently place it down. So we've got those hips, a little bit of movement there now, which is always good. This time round, place your hands on your thighs and just lift up the heels off the floor together, same time. So again, just getting a little bit of movement around the ankle joint, in the toes joints a little bit. So if any clicks or cracks happen, it's not always a bad thing. It's often just air bubbles that are loosening up and kind of letting go. Just a couple of deep breaths in and out here. Still engaging our abdominal area very gently. Waistline is nice and strong. And then we release those down. Okay, on our next one, we're going to shuffle back. Now we're going to take one leg out to the side. So again, just go slow here. Watch the hip, don't force it. We're going to shuffle around in the chair. We're going to take the other leg, and we're going to have it bent. So that's the movement now. You can see the angle of my knee here. And we're going to very gently lift up out of the waist. Keep the arms to the side for now. And just get a sense of opening through that hip. Make sure the foot is flat on the floor and that the ankle is in line with your knee. We're going to take the arms out to the side now. Chest is lifted. Now you can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, flip your palms, exhale, and just gently leaning over to the side. The elbow hits the side of the knee. You can look up to the ceiling. If that's uncomfortable, just keep looking forward and breathe. Feeling a lovely rotation through the upper body. Breathe into that. Hold. And then we're going to gently lift up. We're going to bring the arms down. We're going to very mindfully walk that foot in. We're going to shuffle around. We're going to take the foot out to the side again. Now check again that the ankle is under the knee. The other leg is going to come in and it's going to be bent at the knee, so you've got that support. Lengthen up from the tailbone, so spine is long, abdominals are tight. We're going to reach the arms to the side. Now again, you've got the option of just staying here and just allowing the hip to open. Otherwise, flip your palms to face forward and just move your arms. Reach up and then allow the elbow to soften down to the knee. And again, look up towards the hand. If that's uncomfortable, just keep looking forward. Don't do anything that makes you feel dizzy or uncomfortable. Just breathe into that. Hold. A couple of deep breaths in and out. And then gently release. Bring the arms up. Bring the arms down. And safely bring the arms around and just shuffle back to your center. A couple of deep breaths in. We're going to repeat that one again. So if you got a little bit muddled the first time, you've got the option of doing it again. Feet flat on the floor. Before we do it though, let's just do a couple of inhales, exhale. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. We did this originally. It's just to regroup, just to get a little bit of movement through the shoulders again. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you come down. If it feels good now, make a gentle arm circle. Reach out, bring the arms down. Reaching forward, up, take the arms out. Now we'll reverse the direction. We're going to reach forward, out, and then release. 2 more times. Inhale. One more. And then just release. Roll out the shoulders a little bit. Let's get back into position. So take the leg out to the side again. Just move around in the chair. Take a few seconds here. So again, check the ankle in line with the knee. Take the other leg out to the side. Allow the knee to soften down. Now lengthen up. Reach the arms out to the side. Soften your shoulders. Palms are facing down. You flip your palms to face forward. You just gently lean over to the side. Reach up, reach down, breathe into it. Hold that. And then gently release. Take the arms down. Bring your feet round. Slowly. Take a few seconds in the center just to realign. Remember, one side may feel looser than the other, which is quite normal. Take the other leg out to the side. Check the angle of this knee in line with the ankle. Take the other leg out to the side. Make yourself as comfortable as you feel you can do. Allow this knee to bend. Take the arms out. Lift the chest up. Palms are facing down. You flip your palms and you move your arms. Arm reaches up and arm softens over to the side. Look up towards the ceiling. Just take a few deep breaths in and out here. Don't rush it. And again, you can look forward if you prefer, or look up to the arm above you. Reach up to the ceiling here. Really feel that stretch through the body. And then gently come up. Bring the arms down. Move the leg around slowly. So just walk it round. Take your time, there's no rush, and face forward. Shoulder roll out, loosen up. Now from here, bring your feet forward. I'd like you to place one hand to the side of the leg. Doesn't matter which side you do first. Reach the arm up. Just do a gentle rotation here. Look up towards the ceiling, stretch it up, and then gently release. Come back to your center, shoulder roll out. Take the other arm to the side of the thigh. Reach up, look over the shoulder, breathe. And then gently release. Let's do that again. Hand to the side, feet are flat on the floor now. Reach up, look over the shoulder. There's a little bit of pressure through the side of the knee here, but no forcing. And then gently release. One more time. Look over the shoulder, reach up. And then release. Come back to your center. Good. Shoulder roll out, loosen up. Okay, from here, we're just going to do some mobility for the upper back and for the spine. So I'm actually just going to move my chair around to the side slightly so you can see. So I'm going to practice my sit to stand exercise. So you stay seated and just watch me come up. So sit to stand. You're going to draw the abdominals in, feet flat on the floor. Bring the feet slightly behind the knees. Rock the body weight forwards and back. Keep your eye line fixed forward. And then just slowly push back up to standing position. So I'm going to change the chair position now so you can see the side of the body. I'm going to place myself back down nice and slowly into the chair. Feet flat on the floor, knees in line with hips. And we're going to do what we call almost like sort of a cat-cow stretch. So we're going to lift and then we're going to round. So we're just going to open up. And then we're going to round through the spine. So we lift, palms come out to the side, we round. It's a nice one to do if you feel a little bit stiff through the upper back and shoulders. Just do this a few times. One more. And then just release, loosening up as much as you need to. Okay, from here now, we're just going to come to a standing position. So I've just demonstrated my sit to stand movement. So we're going to come to standing. So you come up to standing in your own time, but give us a go. Feet flat on the floor, slightly behind the knees. Rock the body weight forwards, hands on your thighs. Look forward, find a still point. Suck the belly button in. Strong push up through the front of your thighs, and then release. So from here, I'm going to change the angle of my chair. We're going to do a little bit of a stretch. Again, we're going to work the lower back, the hips, the hamstrings here. So without pulling on the chair, place the middle of the hands in the chair, bring your feet apart, slightly apart, and just move away from the chair a couple of steps. You can see I'm pretty far away. Now you just bend your knees here a little bit, and you can rock your hips out a little bit as well. You're going to inhale, exhale, start to bend the knees, sink your hips back and down, drop your head, and just feel the shoulders opening. Relax here as much as you need to into that stretch through the upper back, through the shoulders, through the lower back, and through the glutes. A couple of deep breaths in here, and then we're going to slowly come up, and we're going to walk ourselves forward, and just shake the hips out. We're going to repeat that again. So just roll the shoulders open. So we're kind of working on the area through this part now, lower back, a little bit through the hamstrings as well. Middle of the palms on the top of the chair. Walk your feet back, feet apart, About hip width or a little wider. Bend your knees, no pulling on the chair, and just gently sink down. Hips sink down and back. And you can just rock your hips up here a little bit. A couple of deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to round through our spine as we come up. Look forward, take a few breaths, and then just walk yourself forward. From here, take one leg behind. Let's do a calf stretch. Bend your front knee. Push down into the back heel. Take a few seconds here and then straighten up through the spine. Feel the calf opening up. Breathe into it. Make sure your hips are square. Both feet face forward, please. Hold. Push down into the back heel. Feel that calf opening. And then slowly and gently lift up out of it. Take a few seconds, rock your hips. Take the other foot behind you. Bend your front knee. Push down into the back foot. Hips are square, facing forward, look up. Feel the stretch in the back of the calf. Just breathe into that. Never hold your breath in these stretches. Always important to go back to a breath. And then slowly lift the heel up and just walk it back in. And just rock your hips out a little bit here, side to side. Stand nice and tall. Just move away from the chair a couple of inches. And from here, come onto the toes and just do a couple of gentle hip openers here. Just to loosen up your hip a little bit more than you already have. So on your tiptoes, heel off the floor, just loosening up the hip, opening like opening and closing a book. And then place that foot down, lift the other heel off the floor, and then just do that movement, just in and out, just to get a sense of the hip opening up, and breathe. Deep breaths in and out, and then release. Shake out the legs, loosen up the hips a little bit. You can do a couple of hip rolls here, maybe just do some hip circles, clockwise, anti-clockwise, loosening up through the lower spine, loosening everything up. Gentle leaning forward, pushing the hips forward, and then you release. Okay, we're almost done. We're going to do final relaxation now. So we're going to turn the chair around again. You're going to find you always come down slowly again. So bend the knees, sit yourself down, keep your eye line forward, and then sit back down into the chair. So that's always your coming back to a seated position, always mindfully and slowly. Now, final relaxation. For this, lean back. Allow the toes to touch and the knees just to flop open. Don't fold the arms, just have the arms in front of you. And I just want you to take a couple of deep breaths in and out now. Now, if you'd like to, you can close your eyes or you can keep them open. Just come back to your normal breath pattern. You can relax your abdominal muscles. Just let it go. So you can lean back comfortably, sit as comfortably as you like. Just quietness for a minute, focusing back on your own breath pattern. Keeping your mind clear. Focusing on your breath. Start to gently move your fingers. Softly open your eyes if you had them closed. Start to move your wrists a little bit here as well. Just do a couple of wrist circles, move your fingers. Any joints that feel tight, just loosen them up. Shake out the legs a little bit, perhaps. Shoulder roll out. Consciously come back to where you are, to the present. And just take a couple of slow breaths here. So your eyes are open now. We're not finished just yet, so just remain here. Consciously think about our breathing. See if our muscles, joints hopefully feel a bit looser than earlier on. Okay, then we're going to sit forward in the chair now, loosening up again a little bit, just rocking side to side. We're going to take a lovely deep breath in, so we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale as we come out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as we come out. One more nice deep breath. And then release. Okay, so you can stay seated if you like. I'm going to come up to standing. So that was the final part of the supple strength with a bit of yoga thrown in, focusing on your breathing, focusing on your movement, on loosening up the joints and muscles. I hope that was helpful. Do let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. And yeah, do let me know what you think. If there's anything more you'd like of or less of. Remember, there are also some chair-based Pilates sessions as well in the chair-based section on the playlist. So do have a look at those too. And have a lovely rest of your Sunday, everyone. Stay safe, take care, and hopefully see you soon. Many thanks. Bye-bye.